Are live, and it is episode number. Where are my notes? It is episode number 76 today, and as per usual, we'll be waiting just a few minutes for people to get over from the Ramsey Show chat. Ramsey Show just ended. And this happens live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time daily, Monday through Friday. So weekdays daily. I'll go ahead and put my email address and the donation link in the chat. Okay, Boosted, that's a good plan. The donation link, and we'll wait just like another minute and then we'll get going here. What up, Sid? What up, Ellie? Ellie will be right back, in case anybody was wondering. I hope her dogs aren't asleep. What up, Faith? I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I don't know. I can't remember if I've done that one already. I know I've sung that snippet of it, but I don't think I've done that as an opening song. Maybe one day. Alrighty, this one is for Ellie's. I mean, not Ellie. Yeah, Ellie's dogs. Here we go. This is D major. Good key for me, I think. A woman on the radio talked about revolution when it's already passed her by. Bob Dylan didn't have this to sing about. You know it feels good to be alive. I was alive and I waited. I was alive and I waited for this. Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now. Watching the world wake up from history. Do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and anything else that I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I am a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and also a Ramsey Preferred financial coach. You can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Also, any questions you have for the show, any questions about any financial questions, any questions about any of the other playlists on my channel, be happy to answer them. You can reach me on Instagram and Twitter, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, the URL for that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Let's go to the chat. Again, that was D major. That's right, Faith. Thanks for the IO. Let's see what we have. Today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman. Ken launched the pre-sale of his book that will be out in November, and that is called From Paycheck to Purpose. And you get for $20 plus a free bonus pack. They are willing to bribe you to buy it early. There's things that come with that. Or for $30, you can get the book and the other free stuff and the assessment that he talked about in the show today. Market report. The market was very flat. NASDAQ, as you can see, up just a sliver. Everything started positive today, and then they just kept creeping down. So, as you can tell, not that far down. The Russell Small Cap is the most down, which is 0.5% down. Europe looking good, so maybe for tomorrow. Asia looking good, so maybe good here tomorrow. Currencies. The pound is down against the US dollar. Dollar up against the Canadian dollar. Australian dollar up against the US dollar. Let's see what our pals over at crypto are doing. Bitcoin down. That just updated. I guess maybe that market doesn't close. So that must keep going 24/7, I guess. Ethereum up, Litecoin down, Bitcoin Cash up 3%. I don't know what the difference is between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I should look that up. Let's check if I can remember where the button is. There it is. What's IO? OHIO? Yes, that's a cheer Ohio State uses. Like one person goes OH and the other person goes IO, or like when they're in the stadium, like a quarter or half of the stadium goes OH and the other quarter or half go IO. Yep. Ellie addressing me specifically in the chat, calling me out. Oh, we had a mixed dog reaction. One dog ran to his crate, the other one wasn't phased. So totally not you. There's a thunderstorm. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I just strained a little bit for a couple of those, and I think I was a little pitchy dog on a little bit of it, but I think overall D major is a good key for me. So, Boosted's friend used to have a pit bull that would eat the frames off of doors in a thunderstorm. That's intense. That's intense. Cindy has lots of cheers in ACC land. Yeah, all the other conferences are going to be playing for second best or worse now that Oklahoma and Texas have joined the SEC. Oh, speaking of college football, and it has, I'm sure, a little bit to do with money. A commit to Ohio State is, and obviously he's eligible to. I think he's already graduated, but he was going to play a final year of high school football that he was eligible for. But he is enrolling early, and possibly he would have been the presumptive starter for next year. As far as this year coming in late, I don't know if he can do that, but He probably wants some name, image, and likeness money. And there's going to be a lot of money spent this year on it. They don't, because the people putting up the money, the businesses that are paying for it, they don't know what kind of impact giving money to college kids will have, like for them being spokesmen for their products. So the first year, maybe the first 2 years, it's probably going to be the Wild West, and there'll be all kinds of crazy numbers out there. The quarterback for Alabama had like $800,000 in deals as of last week. And he had not, I think he might have taken a couple snaps in some games last year, but he hasn't like taking any meaningful snaps at all yet. And $800,000 for him. Alrighty. Yep, Canadian, so never would have guessed what I omit. Right. Gotcha, no problem. Appreciate you hanging out with us from the Great White North. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? Bank rate. Whoops. Did I hit the, the 11 worst U.S. states for retirement in 2021. Washington State. And tie at 9 with Idaho and Connecticut. As you can see, I didn't make the... Gotta make the stuff big. Let's see. Settings. Font size. Large. Oh. Page zoom. What do we want to do? 125? Let's try that. Alright. Is that a little bit better? Alright, let's try that. Idaho and Connecticut tied at 9 there. That's in Bama. Speaking of the SEC. And their rich freshman quarterback. Oh no, I think he was there last year, so he's at least a sophomore then. And these are the 11 worst. So affordability is an 8, but the wellness is a 44, so that's probably why. Oh, and the culture rank. Who decides the culture is what I want to know. Probably somebody that lives in New York. Let's see who did it. Oh, personal finance website Bankrate. So who knows? Weighed most heavily. Affordability is 40%. Wellness is 20%. All right. Affordability, yep. Connecticut, too close to New York City. Yeah, the 8 was Alabama. 6, a tie between Arkansas and Maine. Culture rank number 1 for Maine. All right. Sure, Stephen King will be happy about that. Alaska is 5. Montana is 4. 33 and 3. Kansas 3. 2 is Minnesota. And I guess I should have I asked for this before I started. Any idea what number 1 would be? What up, AJ? Mo said he was reading, or she, I think, was reading Lord of the Rings earlier, and I said that that would be AJ approved. Yeah, Sydney says that I can just hit Control Shift and scroll to zoom in and out. Yes, I knew that. Thank you, Sid. Field reporter Sid, ladies and gentlemen, telling the computer person what to do. That's fine. Sid's gonna guess California. Oh, that is a good guess. It's an absolutely good guess. Any others? Louisiana. Worst. New York, maybe? All right, let's see what we got here. And the worst U.S. state for retirement in 2021, according to Bankrate, is Maryland. I wonder. Affordability rank is 47. Wellness rank is 4. Culture rank 39. Huh. Is it gonna say no? It's not gonna get into why. It's not. Don't worry about why. That's a good wellness rank, but I guess the affordability and the culture went beer. All right. Let's see what we got here. Virus woes. This is from Reuters. Reports that virus woes are slowing down economic growth virus woes, slowing economic growth way on Wall Street. That's why it did what it did today. Summaries: the U.S. manufacturing sector growth slowing. ISM must have been who reported it. The Senate unveils English a $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Square rises on $29 billion Afterpay deal. Square is, I think that's one of the websites where you people can use it to accept payments. Except mobile payments. They can get a little thing and swipe the card. And the Afterpay might have been another smaller company, and they bought. That's just a guess. Focus on services sector data jobs report coming this week. So anytime a report's coming, they always get nervous about it. Indexes: Dow flat. S&P up 0.05%, and NASDAQ adds 0.23%. Alright, I think that's all we needed from that. Let's see what we got. Let's go back to notes. Upcoming streams. Bella and I tried to do a stream yesterday, and everything was fine except the share play or whatever it's called on Steam wasn't working correctly as far as letting she and I control the different players. So her controller wasn't working at all. She couldn't even control it by keyboard. Turns out on the internet there's a bunch of people with that same problem. I had to do billing today, so I did not have time to look into it that much, but I'm going to try to work that out, and if I can't work that out, we'll switch to a different game. Tomorrow night is at 7:30. We'll have board gaming with Steve and Glenn. I don't know what we're doing yet. We may do like another football type dice game, though. Basically, I just let him do whatever he wants to do since he's the board gaming designer. So I let him decide the content for that, and I just run my mouth during it. That's all, and try to play, and try to beat him. Like I did twice in a row on a game that he created called Butterfly. That's one of the episodes in that playlist. And of course, this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, is on every weekday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show YouTube video ends. And like I said, I'll be working on either fixing the Portal 2 deal on Steam, so Bella and I can play the co-op from Portal 2, or we will do another game instead. And so hopefully, if not during this week, hopefully next weekend. And I will also usually start a live stream just for Ramsey Show chatting. If the Ramsey Show mod has not posted the show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as was the case, I think, 5 times in the past 3 weeks. So it's been known to happen. While we're with the notes, why don't we do the Ohio fact of the day? Columbus is the state capital and Ohio's largest city. How about that? Let's go to the chat. Oh, lots of chat. Look at that. I should talk more. Other guesses were Texas from Ellie and Florida from Ellie. AJ agrees on the food front. Ellie said, she thought it was the best. The top 11 best. No, it's 11 worst places to retire. Maryland is expensive, high taxes, indeed. You don't want to be anywhere near the DMV. Do not want to be near DC at all. Good hospitals, meh. Museums, and expensive. She lives on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. The Smithsonian. Yeah, it's in DC, right. Boosted is tired of this stupid virus. Thought we were about done. Yeah, I saw a headline. I think it was on Drudge Report, though, so you can take that for what it's worth to you. But that means it did come from somewhere else, though. It said Biden declared victory on the virus too soon. I don't know that he necessarily did that, but they were all for the going out and spending money on July 4th and being with people with the whole Go Forth initiative. Sid was trying to explain the 39 for culture. All right. Not till people get vaccinated. Sid says we'll probably be years before we get it out of Africa and East Asia. Well, I don't know how that works. Yeah, bank rate, by the way, is normally what I recommend when people ask for recommendations on best high yield savings accounts, money market accounts, which ain't gonna be much at all, but you might as well get the best if you're gonna be going that option. Sid says Maryland might be coasting on DC, being so close, and they haven't invested in museums in their own borders. I didn't think about that. They probably have some there, right? Ellie says, whoever writes those things writes based on their likes with no solid stats or basis to show how they collected the stats. Cindy says, clickbait for sure. Steve blew over the article so we didn't see what their sources were. Jeez. Alright. Where was it? At the bottom where they said that? Up here they said the weighing was up there. I think at the bottom they say the sources. Alright. Affordability, 40%. The Council for Community and Economic Research and the Tax Foundation. Wellness is the Share Care Community Wellbeing Index. Culture is just the Census Bureau. Weather is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. And in a couple years they'll revise their numbers up like they do the temperatures. Oh well, it was warmer then, we just thought it was lower, even though we measured it. That's what NOAA has done before. Crime, FBI's 2019 Crime in the United States report. They make a report about that. How about that? That looks scary right there. Let's see, the trending. Oh, that was number one in trending. 65-year-old retiree left the U.S. for Mexico. I spend $160 a month on eating out and shopping. Fine. This family traded in a $4,200 a month mortgage for a $14,000 RV, and they're never going back. For content creating side hustles that can produce passive income, a tip from Pro. And hiring managers' top 3 resume pet peeves and how to avoid them. You think Comic Sans is one of them? Perhaps. Alright, let's see. We did this one. This one, field reporter Sydney, how to pay your mortgage with a credit card. And probably this is none of this. 0 of this is going to be Dave approved. But we do like to see the way other people are thinking sometimes. Let's see. They receive payment from affiliate links like that one. Even though most mortgage lenders don't directly accept credit card payments, there are workarounds for the average credit cardholder. Plastique is currently, I think that's how you pronounce that, is currently the only working payment system that lets people pay for their mortgage with a credit card, and it'll cost 2.85 cents of the transaction in fees. They'll send a check to the mortgage lender for the amount purchased. For someone aiming to get a one-time sign-up bonus, using Plastique could be a good option. Cardholders should be aware that Plastique doesn't support every credit card issuer nor every payment network. Definitely run away from. You could get a prepaid car or money order. You could opt to purchase a prepaid Visa card from a grocery store or other local store and use that to make a mortgage payment online. Double check with the mortgage lender to make sure they accept prepaid cards as online payments. If they do, there may be a small fee associated with it. This seems like this would be eating into, or your fees would be eating into your, if any, benefits. Another option is to use a prepaid card to purchase a money order, then take the money order to a local bank branch to make a mortgage payment. Several important points to consider here. Double check that the local post office or grocery store allows money order purchases using a prepaid card or even with a credit card. Make sure it's possible to take, not bring, the money order directly to a local brick and mortar bank. Mailing a money order to a lender has its own risk and headaches. Yeah. Is it worth it? Let's see. Before making a mortgage payment with a credit card, determine whether it's even possible. Cardholders should read credit card terms to determine restrictions. Blah, blah, blah. Hindrance. Want to determine it's even possible. Should think about what the ultimate goal is for paying down the mortgage with a credit card. If using a credit card is the last resort due to financial trouble, it's probably not a great idea. It's probably not a great idea in any situation. Mortgage loans typically have low interest rates, much lower than a credit card. If the cardholder can't pay off a balance before the end of a billing cycle, higher rates would cause an increase in overall cost. Right. Okay, here there are a few scenarios where paying a mortgage with a credit card could be a good idea. Reaching a welcome bonus faster. So, yeah, a large welcome bonus from the credit card. Spend a few $1,000s in a specified time period. If the welcome bonus outweighs any small fees associated, it might be worth it. Receiving rewards that are greater than the purchase fee. Only you can balance the risk and rewards. Making mortgage payment using credit card is possible, but it may always not be the smartest possible, right? Cardholders in a sticky financial situation should probably not use a credit card to make a mortgage payment or do anything else, probably, I'm guessing. Alrighty, back to the chat. And that is all I have for today. I'll have to see if the chat has anything. The show for the Aftershow show on the Ramsey show. I don't know what that was related to. Boosted was that when I was just saying the name of the show a lot. Does that include the 50% of Cincy in Kentucky and Indiana? Boosted said they must not have counted California. A lot of people like Californians, like Californians. Or they inflated California's culture rating. Opines Sydney. Cost was only 40% of the rating. That boosted New York, New Jersey, California a lot. What up, Joe? AJ says there's poop museums on the streets of San Francisco. All right, sir. Boosted says that prepaid debit card I told you about gives me this for my balance, earning 0.15% a year. Cindy likes Annapolis. The person that designed the connectivity of the interstates in Baltimore needs to be fired. All right. Friend of AJ's just finished law school there. Couldn't wait to leave. Also, a boosted gets the 0.15% annual percentage, and he gets 4% cash back on that debit card. Joe said crime counts less than culture. At least we get mugged at museums. So there you go. Ellie advises to not pay your mortgage with a credit card. Sid is yikesing. Ellie says, "Good Lord, help those who think they have to pay with their credit card." That's insane. It is insane, Faith. You're right. If they say checks via your CC, I'll pull hair out. Well, yeah. Be sure to email me a picture of you without your hair, Ellie, so I can show it to everybody. And that'll be on tomorrow's episode, folks. That's right, I said folks. They have a new thing now called FOLX. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up on Urban Dictionary later. AJ bought his house on credit, then paid for it on credit. Gotta give me credit for that. Sid says, which has 2.85% to your mortgage. True. Sydney did not send me the link. She sent me a screenshot of it. Which, yeah. Which, of course, I'm going to go find that. The whole article makes Ellie want to 1, pull hair out, 2, slap someone, 3, scream, 4, pray for the fools that do it. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to get everybody all, you know, simmered up now. Everybody simmer down now. Simmer down now. Yeah, I can try emailing it to Dave. Dave on air at RamseySolutions.com. He might lose his mind, though. Oh, Boost is not going to say the name of that debit card that gives you those perks because it'll sound like a promotion, but I still want you to look at it. All right, I will look. Later, AJ's going to go do something to some meat, as in cooking. Oh, Sid saves me the trip to Urban Dictionary. She said, folks, FOLX is non-gender assuming for ladies and gentlemen. Well, yeah, then it's not ladies and gentlemen, but I see what you're saying. So Ellie said, "Hey, that was a good article. At least we're all on the same page. That's a bad idea." Yeah. Cindy says, "Send it to the mod first. Has a better chance of making it on the air." I don't know that it does. I don't know that the mod has any in on content. Maybe. I mean, he's like YouTube show producer, but I think they just capture the radio show experience. So I don't know that he has anything to do with content. But we also do not have a Ramsey Show mod at RamseySolutions.com email address, so we can't send it to him unless Kelly got his email address. I think it was to differentiate from folks as your parents, also known as your folks, my folks. Okay. So that's why we needed that. And then, yeah, and then whatever, mod has internal credibility. Well, okay. Well, if you can get it to him, find out. In the morning, ask for his email address. See if he'll come up with that. Yeah, you can probably send it along. Yeah, or you can just find it. It's just on Yahoo, how to pay your mortgage with a credit card. Yep. Yeah, I do know they do like to throw X on things as far as like Latinx. which supposedly that's just the United States thing. In South America, none of those guys play that, according to someone that has lived there. Sydney used to be on the Tumblr. Thank you for saying the in front of it. It makes us all sound very old when you get something modern and you put the word the in front of it. She used to be on the Tumblr, and that was a thing before I got too much of a life. Okay. Yep, I remember the Tumblr. Alrighty, well, let's hit the what are they called when you promote yourself? Plugs again. They're also too late for me to get on my head. Again, it will be tomorrow night. Of course, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show is 6 p.m. Tomorrow night and every weeknight Eastern Time, and at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow it will be board gaming with Stephen Glenn. He is my friend from Virginia Beach, and he is an award-winning board game designer. And as far as for me, once again, I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and Ramsey Preferred Coach as well. You can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Instagram and Twitter is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, which I believe I put on my webcam frame, I think. Let's see if I did. Yes, I did do that. Alright, so the email address and the donation link are on my webcam frame. See, I have one more thought. What was my thought? Oh, about Instagram and Twitter. I get people adding me on Instagram just about every day, at least one or two every day. On Twitter, I have 2 followers, and that would be the previously mentioned Stephen Glenn, and also Christopher Pittman, and he designed my YouTube banner and all my other logos, and you can get him at designedbypittman@gmail.com. If you have any kind of branding needs, you can do shirts, caps, whatever you like. Alright, let's see. Cindy says Latinos is sexist in Spanish. Latinx is not. Uh, 100,000 women plus 1 man equals Latino. Yeah. Those guys, right? Guys can be mixed company or just men. But you can't say those ladies to refer to mixed company. Ellie's going to go all offensive and say, you people, you humans. What do you guys mean, you people? Sydney read an interesting theory that she's extrapolating. Did I pronounce that correctly? Extrapolating? Extrapolating, duh. From the human body to society as a whole. Boosted said you almost blew your lizard man disguise. Sit in with the what do you mean you people. Ellie doesn't care if it is personally. Everyone wants to be offended over everything. They do indeed. Boosted said, if I say all the ladies at work, people know I mean the males too. All right, Boosted. That must be an interesting workplace. Alrighty. Well, have a good night, Ellie. Thanks everybody for showing up, and we'll do it all again tomorrow, all day in the Ramsey Show chat, and then 6 p.m. Eastern Time at this very location, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And Boosted told me to. Oh, first I gotta say, make smart financial decisions every day. And Boosted told me to count to 10 after I do that. So, have a good night, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,